On election night 2020, Fox News seriously scooped the competition when its decision desk under Chris Stirewalt called Arizona Democratic for now President Joe Biden. The Fox News decision desk was ahead of other major media outlets when it came to Arizona and the 2020 presidential election results. And Political Editor Stirewalt was the person who more than anyone Fox News had to thank. But instead of giving him a promotion, they fired him. In return, Stirewalt cooperated with the January 6th committee and testified in late June. Let's take a look at what he had to say under oath about Fox News' election coverage.
Mr. Stirewalt, I'd like you to explain a term that was thrown around a lot during the election, and that's the so-called Red Mirage. What does that mean?
So, in the 40 or 50 years, let's say, that Americans have increasingly chosen to vote by mail or early or absentee, Democrats prefer that method of voting more than Republicans do. So basically, in every election, Republicans win election day and Democrats win the early vote. And then you wait and start counting, and it depends on which ones you count first, but usually it's election day votes that get counted first. And you see the Republicans shoot ahead, and then the process of bailing and binding and unbinding all those mail-in votes. And some states like Pennsylvania refuse to count the votes first, so you have to wait for all of that to come in. So in every election, certainly a national election, you expect to see the Republican with a lead, but it's not really a lead. When you put together a jigsaw puzzle, it doesn't matter which piece you put in first, it ends up with the same image. So for us, who cares? But that's because no candidate had ever tried to avail themselves of this quirk in the election counting system. We had gone to pains, and I'm proud of the pains we went to make sure that we were informing viewers that this was going to happen, because the Trump campaign and the president had made it clear that they were going to try to exploit this anomaly. And we knew it was going to be bigger because the percentage of early votes was higher, right? We went from about 45% of the votes being early and absentee to, because of the pandemic, that increased by about 50%. So we knew it would be longer, we knew it would be more. So we wanted to keep telling viewers, hey, look, the number that you see here is sort of irrelevant because it's only a small percentage of these votes.
So this Red Mirage, that's really what you expected to happen on election night?
Happens every time.
Stirewalt candidly addresses his termination in his new book, Broken News: Why the Media Rage Machine Divides America and How to Fight Back, which has an August 23rd release date on Amazon. According to a book excerpt discussed by journalist Blake Hounshell and Jeremy W. Peters in the New York Times, Stirewalt is vehemently critical of Fox News for promoting nonsense conspiracy theories in the weeks following the 2020 election. In his memoir, Stirewalt alleged the network is playing a key role in the radicalization of the U.S. right, accusing it of spreading black helicopter-level paranoia and hatred. In the book, he says that during Trump's term in office, the network fed viewers what they wanted to hear, provoking the firestorm of criticism he encountered from Republicans after the Arizona call. He also specifically accuses his former employer of telling far-right viewers what they want to hear, regardless of whether or not it is factual. Stirewalt writes, even in the 4 years since the previous presidential election, Fox viewers had become even more accustomed to flattery and less willing to hear the news that challenged their expectations. Me serving up green beans to viewers who had been spoon-fed ice cream sundaes for years came as a terrible shock to their systems, he said. Former President Donald Trump and many other Make America Great Again Republicans angrily railed against Fox News for calling Arizona for Biden, claiming that Arizona was stolen from him because of widespread voter fraud, a false claim that has been debunked time and time again. Fox News has denied that Stirewalt was fired for offending Trump and his supporters. They have characterized the termination as simply a matter of corporate restructuring. Stirewalt obviously has his doubts. Thank you for watching Raw Story TV. Please be sure to visit us at rawstory.com. Stay informed and tap below to take action by liking, subscribing, and joining all those who like their news raw.